design anyway. Shit. Oh, I gotta get out the big sister here. There we go. Working on a planner tonight for whoever's in here. I started it last night, but I was changing design mid-build, so I needed the rest of the night to help come up with the rest of it. And of course, in true Sawdust kitchen fashion, I changed it again. Because, you know, why not? And that didn't do a damn thing. Oh, schnit. So as I can show my work there. I'm tired of you. There's that. Now for the back. Changing this up again. Oh, I need to come up with a better way to attach that middle piece. And I think I know how. I'm going to, what am I going to do? Am I going to do? I know what I want to do. Can I make that happen? I can. God damn it. What I can do is find my damn pencil. Where the hell my pencil go? There it is. Found it. Found it. Well, if anybody's new to the channel, welcome. Give a like, give a subscribe. You know, help me, or you know, watch me along my journey and all that. that often. I do. I tend to forget to change my nail size, especially. God damn it. There. Especially if I've been using the longer nails for a while, I just forget. And then I shoot the damn nail, and it goes right through. Yeah, get it? Get in. No. Do what I want you to do. And of course, that's not going to shoot the damn nail. Alright, welcome to the show where John fucks things up. I'm kidding, I don't always fuck things up. But when I do, it is epic. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Any big plans for anything? Or just another quiet night at home watching YouTube? Either way, it's fun for me. My two kids are upstairs sleeping, hopefully. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, well, that's a bit better. I'm going to go cut these down to where I need them now. Give myself a stop block that I don't need anymore. What up, Mike? What up, buddy? Oh, shit. Is that not stapled on? Oh, motherfuck. Welcome to the old Sawdust kitchen. So they're holding the damn thing, so that way it won't be off when I drive the nail in, and then I move it and then drive the nail in, because that's fucking smart. There's that on the bottom. There. Mike did it. I'm blaming him. Well, Mims did it. Now I have to specify which mic, because now I got two mics in here. Can I get a mic check 1 2? A mic check 1 2. So, since I can't really have a dust collection system here because of the power situation, I got a ceiling filtration system, so it's sucking all the air out. Oh hey, we got a celebrity in the house tonight, guys. My sister is on. Everybody say hello to my sister. I'm making that planter from last night that I'm finishing up on. Be a treat, because even my own sister doesn't come onto my lives all the time, because she's usually busy, especially helping with my kids and all that. She watches my kids so I can be in here, which I greatly appreciate. Now I need my brain is always working. I don't know what you're talking about, sister dear. with it. Okay. Get up the handy dandy nail gun again. And we don't shoot our fingers with the nails again. We don't do that because we don't want that. Now do we? No, you don't. Don't want that. That's bad. Yeah, I let the kids out. They're out roaming around the neighborhood somewhere. Free-range kids, it's the next big thing. Don't worry, I put paper down and everything. They're fine. Now, what I'll need to do is, I need another one that is that long. I don't know how long that is. I need another one that long. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? This one will be better. Fire! Fire! Demon bosses coming alive. Fire, fire, fire. Nice. I can't even get the damn arg. Arg. Hold that up and do it. Hold it up. Oh, hold that up. Oh. Go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need the music up in this bitch. What I need to do is actually measurement. could do stuff. Come on. Internet is being a little laggy tonight. But that's not too loud. Guess I'll find out. Inches will do. That's what she said. I can't hear a thing. Oh well, I guess that's just not wanting to work tonight. Fine. Fine. Let's see how many of these are fitting in here now. Probably cut too many. That's okay. More. And one in the middle's got to be split. Where's it got to be split? Parent track. 3 inches. That's what she said. Yep. And now that thing will be quite in there. Now I get sawdust up in my eye. Damn. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Oh, I fucked it up. I didn't fuck it up. I just forgot to cut that top piece to the right size. Hey, John, how are you? So I just gotta fix that. Not a big deal. Just not what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna have to. Awesome, buddy. Well, I'm glad you decided to come hang out here. I'm hanging out. Well, I'm always hanging out here because it's my life, damn it. And my sister's hanging out here until one of her call lights go off, I guess. But that's what she's doing. I'm working on a planter I started last night. That's good, sister. Oh. Fucked it up, but that's okay. That's okay. I can actually hide that pretty well. It's just a prototype anyway, just so I can get the dimensions down and how it's going to look aesthetically before I go off making the whole damn thing. And then seems like I always evolve the damn build if I'm moving along. I'm always looking at it and I'm less like, I think I can make that just a little bit better. So it just evolves to this monstrosity I don't know what. But it turns into something. As my sister will attest. Okay, well, apparently I'm going to need bigger nails on this one. As my sister likes looking at my planters, and I can always put them outside and treat passers-by. There we go. Done. Well, if I'm going to call that done, I'm going to need to put a cap on the back here. Yeah. Now I need to find another piece that is just as thick. Oh. There we go. Well, not quite as thick, but it'll do. Okay. Pictures of naked soldiers. You like to look at all the planters that I make. You know? Make some pretty amazing stuff. That needs to be just a little bit wider. Toes freshen. is that just going to look too low? Should have planned this before and widened all of those, but I didn't. But what I can do, that was dumb. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. Now I know why. Look at the pinned comments there, Cheryl. You'll find my Venmo information in the pinned comments if you must have it. You guys are gonna bully me into this. I'm just here to like entertain and maybe give some other people some inspiration to get in their own shops. You know, try something new, whatever. You know, I'm not here to. I know you guys just want to support me, and I appreciate that. Let me just put it this way: tips are greatly appreciated, but never expected. How about that? Alright, so this little planter, I believe, is done. And let's take a look at it. So there is the planter. Got some nice detail on the outside. So I just ran that through on the table saw every 1/4 of an inch and just cut out a kerf blade. And I did that kind of all the way around. So yeah, so then you got, you know, a nice decent sized area for some planting. Yeah, I think that's a fairly good, crap. Here, you guys can see this too. So I put up a nice big TV right there, right where I can see everything. That way I can see all your guys' comments up there. Yeah, you know, and now once I see the size and everything, it's not too hard to, it won't be too hard to go through and kind of batch this out, and it's not that heavy or anything, so yeah. Okay. One more design done. So I did manage to go and get some some exterior 2x4. And I brought that home so I can continue on with making the finishing out the barbecue command station. You'll get it all shored up and everything, so that way it doesn't wobble or anything. Seriously, I only have just the one? I only have three? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there it be. Hey there, Plywood. Welcome to the chaos. Welcome to the Sawdust kitchen. Make sure you find your seat. Specials are on the board. Make sure you tip your server. And now I just got some little offcuts from that one that I just made. So I am making an accompanying like little mini planter to go along with it. I don't know why I keep putting it over there. I'm going to need it right over here. Sometimes I just get stupid. Oh wow, 7 people are watching now. Awesome. Nails. More nails. Ah, thank you, sir. More of the specials. Chicken lips on toast. No, sorry, that was what my dad always said when we asked him what was for dinner. Chicken lips on toast. In case anybody doesn't know that, but that Leanne Ulrich that is in the chat right there. That is my beloved sister. She is my favorite sister, actually. She's a fantastic human being. She absolutely adores my kids. She helps me tremendously around this house. I don't know what I would do without her. What? Sister, you don't have to give them your real name. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. What I need is I need a hook, like right here on my bench, so that way I can just hook my gun right to that. I gotta get a hook first. I know I got hooks. I just had to put them up. Oh, we all know that, John. We all know that you're not innocent. Ooh, yes, a gun holster. Well, Iowa is a conceal and carry state. There. And now you have a coordinating little mini planter to go along with that one. I think it turned out kind of cool. Do you really, John? That's awesome, dude. And actually, that gave me another inspiration. But that one just might take a little bit longer to do. See what I mean? Sometimes it's like things just evolve as I look at them. $20 all day. Now, let me play around with something. Now that ain't gonna work. Not going to work. Nope. Never mind. That isn't gonna work. That's okay though. Not everything has to work. Me and my marriage didn't. Okay, now, so tomorrow I am going to, like I said, work on that barbecue station. So I think the majority of that is going to be done outside, which is fine because it's supposed to be really nice tomorrow. Unless it rains, and then, no, I will not be building them out in the rain. I can do it up in the garage, but my garage is a mess because the barbecue station is in there. Okay. What should I do now? Yeah, I mean, it could really be a cool little pen holder. Let's see here. Let me check my notifications first. Nothing too important. Okay, now, let's see. What can I look at to give me some inspiration? Why is that not? I don't know why that's not playing. That's 100%. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's see here. So I also got that screen up there so that way I can look at the computer, and then I bought myself a nice cute little wireless keyboard so that way I can type. Cheryl, somebody on Discord is asking for you. Let me see here. Okay. You know what? We are going to kind of go off of this. All right, all right. Okay, let me see here. We can, oh, let me dive into my pile of scrap here. Let's see what I got. I got a lot of what I need to use, but none of what I want to use. I would hope they would come stock. I mean, that would get them in here. Wendy, go tell all your coworkers that I'm live and building stuff. Don't make me do stuff. Okay. Well, let's see here. Tear apart other work. It didn't really pan out, so the bad part about using up other pieces of work that didn't really work out is now I got a ton of nails to pull. But that's okay. My all the time. In the clarion call, don't let out your born along. For the life. You are there. Okay. All you rebels, listen to this. The people with parents are home in advance. Did I? Aw, thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. You like a sack of shit. Wayne. Well, that was my uncle's name. I mean, not so much anymore. I mean, he's dead. That's because we share and share alike. damn neck. Okay. Using up scrap. Using up scrap. It's one of my favorite things to do. Does he love me? I wanna know. How can you tell if he loves me so? Looking in his eyes, oh no, you'll be a sea. If he loves you so, if he just cares, that's what it is. Okay. Ugh. 40-some snakes the other day. Oh, God. I don't even want to see one snake. Oh. Oh. No, thank you. I am not a snake person. Because I'm building this out of pine. Alright, see you, sister dear. Oh, God, a bucket. Oh. I am not a snake person. No, no, no. So we'll do that. Here, I guess I could kind of bring you guys down and show you what I'm working on anyway. That way you guys don't have to stand there and look at my ugly mug. I tell you guys, she is just a lovely person. Love her to death. She may be my only sister, but she's still my favorite. We can bring that down to, yeah, that looks good. Then, let's see here. That's not, okay. Well, what if and I can still put a, I can use, well, that's enough for that, John. Stop trying to use up your stuff. nails and gun again. My 5/8 inch nail. 5/8 inch nail. That's what the band called. That's what 9 Inch Nails called themselves when they were just starting out. Where's me stuff? She done been here and gone, Wayne. You done missed her. You put that CA glue in there to act as a temporary clamp as I put some nails into this. Nailed it. Nailed it. And then you take the other angled piece that I did, and you do the same thing on that side, and then you get it clean up and it'll look all right just the same. So, anybody have any big plans for Memorial Day weekend? Or are you guys just gonna hang out at home and just do whatever? Memorial Day weekend happens to be a birthday weekend. That's the piece I wanted. It's okay to not be a people person. I think this year, me and the kids, that we're just going to stay home and chill and whatnot. Not do much of anything. I'll probably end up, since I don't have to work, I'll probably end up being live on YouTube. Seems that's what I do when I don't work anymore. But you guys don't mind seeing me live, do ya? I've been wanting to take the kids camping. I just, I never fully know like what's going to happen with Dakota, so I don't want to, stop him from having these, neat childhood experiences and whatnot, but it's if we go, camping, what if he slips out in the middle of the night? I mean, it's a real fear. Seriously? Fuck. And that's something that a lot of us autism parents have to worry about is they're in a brand new environment. They're so used to having their routine and all that. Because I tell you, even when we were just down at my mom's, his routine was disrupted, and first night, he didn't sleep very well. He was restless, he was up, he was, all kinds of things. I can camp out in the backyard. That is a good idea. But again, he's gotten away from this house too. It just makes me nervous, But it's also one of those things, like I gotta think about, my daughter too. I don't want her to not have those experiences with Dad just because, I worry about her brother. I get that, that's what we do as parents, but it's not fair to her. So, this is what I go through every time, like, I want to, I just want to take the kids somewhere. Whether it be, camping or on vacation, or even if it's just a simple, going to the grocery store. Because, there's been times at the grocery store where it was, be a little harrowing, and that's just down the street. So see, Wayne, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It's just fears that, we all have, I am going to put that hook up, so that way I'm not taking that all the way over there anymore. Because this is just ridiculous. Being used. Oh, excuse me. Still too tad bit too long. Cut that just a tad bit too short. Oh, perfect as can be. Hey, hi back. Thank you. About time I see you in here. So let's go over to 45. And we are going to do another 40. No, another 45. Actually, that's going to be a 22 and a half, I bet. Nope, still not. Huh. 1.6 maybe? $31.6, okay. I did so, I made, and I kind of, I didn't use your exact, I used your plan, but I went a different route with it. So I did that one, high back. So I did a thicker one up here and then a thinner one there. That way it's not exactly the same thing. And then I got me a wood burner, so I'm gonna, I got stencils, so I'm gonna put in like Dirt Happens or Seed Me or I got one I'm going to put on here, and it's going to say, Feed Me, Seymour. Yeah, so I did up about, I did 5 of those. That for now. I'm doing here is gonna sneak up on this measurement. Maybe. That's not gonna work. That will though. But only if I move that over to here. No, still won't. Yeah. The only downside to this design is there's a lot of measurements that could go wrong, and that one did. Shit. Damn it. So it just needs to be longer. There. No, I mean, it's a very classic design, and I love it. I think it's incredibly sad that I have my nails in like 3 different spots. And I didn't do a damn thing. I really thought that that's what I needed to do. But evidently, no. Now, you know, there's so many lives out there that are just, I mean, woodworking channels that are just, you know, they are just absolutely professionals at what they do because they've been doing it for so long. And I'm not detracting from any of them because they all do amazing work. But I just think that there's so few channels out there that, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't like keep it real or anything, because Daniel keeps it very real. But Daniel is also a a very professional builder or maker or whatever, and so he doesn't really screw up that often. But when he does, he admits it. But you got so many of those other ones that they don't really give inspiration to the newer guys. And that's really what I wanted to change about it all. Well, that's another thing. I can't burn scrap here. Oh shit, did I really figure out that angle? What the fuck? Okay, well. That's gonna have to be the same. Shit. Damn it. So this one to go. This way, okay. No, that's not it. Shit. All right, Cheryl. Have a good night. Hey there, Benner. What up, everybody? Welcome to the Sawdust Kitchen. Make sure you find your seat. Check out the specials on the board. Tip your server. So go to a 58 on this. Six, but I need that to be a smaller spacer. Hey, you haven't been slacking at all. I've seen you in here. So good, brother man. That one. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. For people watching, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on your way in. Find your seat, look at the specials on the board, tip your server. I need a spacer. Stay where I need you. You get back where you belong. Seriously? Don't be doing this to me. There we go. Stay. Stay with me. Stay with me. There we go. And we're just doing a little bit of guessing here. I really have no idea where this is going to land. But that's just a little bit too tight. Okay, come on up, Meinhardt. I got plenty of space. I don't, but I'll find it. I'm a hospitable guy. I can watch the shit I make tip over. It's still There. That is really fucking tight. A little bit tighter than I wanted. A little tighter than I wanted. Hey, Deland, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Just seeing what's, cooking some stuff up in the Sawdust kitchen tonight. Make sure that y'all come in, find your seat, check out the specials on the board, tip your server. And if you don't like what I'm cooking, shut up. Eat somewhere else then. Now, keep on pushing me around to stand my ground. And I know what's right. I've got just one knife. Hey, my nut brother, what is up? I am running out of spacer space. Spacer space is just a little too. One of these days I'm gonna. I finished that actually, and I can show you how that turned out if you would like, because it turned out really freaking cool. I think, kind of, sorta. Okay. Un momento, por favor. So, not my ugly mug, but I did this planter box, and I just went every 1/4 inch. I did some dado marks in there, and I did that all the way around the side and up the back. Yeah, I think it gave it some nice looking texture on it without it being overpowering. And then I had enough scrap or enough offcuts left over to make a accompanying little tabletop version of it. Yeah, it could be a planter, it could be, a little chest of toys, it could be so many things. Don't my completely disarrayed shop, but you know me, I like to keep it real, yo. Oh, thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Okay, now to continue on with what I'm doing. Where'd that other piece go? Where's Where the other bees go? Where the other bees go? Ba-ba-ba-ba. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. If I go any slower than that, I'm going to hurt my fingers. Well, you know what? That is just going to have to work. It's a little bit bigger, I think it, but you know what? I think it'll work. Yes, it will sit tall. Don't shoot my finger. Don't shoot my finger. There you go. So what I'm going to do with this is try not to cut my finger off. You know what? I'm going to use the bandsaw for this because that just makes me nervous. John, clean up the damn bench. Jesus. You weren't talking to me about the sitting tall thing. What are we talking about here? Chair design for going by the grills or oh, cool. You know what? That would probably go really good with the barbecue command center that I still have to finish. So make sure you guys stop by tomorrow because I am going to be, because I was able to get some exterior 2x so I can finish up that barbecue command center. So make sure y'all are around for that. Oh. 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 I wish I had plans to give away, but I come up with, like, everything I do is like so much on the fly that it's just really hard for me to get plans on it all, you know? What did Who's the Boss do? Sure. Well, Ken, are you going to keep it to yourself or what? I got the right fucking angle. I got the right fucking angle. I don't know. Like, I just came up with that design, so I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go with it, being up on legs, or I was thinking about maybe making a, like a removable base for it to sit on. This is where it gets interesting, and how to join this together. I don't think I can get my gun in there good enough without going through. No, I ain't gonna chance it. Ken, hello. Hello, McFly. I guess, like, he was just like, did you guys hear who's the boss did? And then he just, left. Like some type of chicken shit. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. You get this idea in your head, and then it just doesn't come to fruition. I mean, it's like a lot of the builds that I do. It's like I just wing it. So it's really hard for me to know what it's supposed to look like, where I want to take it, because honestly, halfway through everything, I change it. Probably drives everybody nuts. Oh, I don't think everything has turned out great. I mean, this was a little funky. Time to get funky. I really don't know where this one went, but went somewhere. I could use. Maybe I could go a little bit. Oh, a little bit louder now. A little bit louder now. Hey, hey. And that's off. Just a tad bit shorter. But what I can do is I need to screw that in anyway. Yeah, so what did Voss do? Did he beat up Roman Reigns? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I don't really see that happening, but then again, I don't really know either of them personally. So I guess it's a possibility. Yeah, he's done Daniel a few times. He has done what Daniel has built a few times. I should probably clarify that a little bit better. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, does a couple of things is that, like, does that rare craftsman, does he, you're right, Meinhardt. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, does rare craftsman, does he, what part of it does he test, Does he actually try and sell these things, or like I can totally see why someone would be how someone would get a little upset. I mean, obviously, I would not take it quite that far, but that's me. I can totally see that about him too. But yeah, absolutely, you know, and even Daniel has mentioned that. I mean, it's just, I mean, it is just a hook to get people to watch your videos. I understand that. Well, yeah, you know. But, I mean, the reason why, you know, um, where Craftsman is making those videos, the why, you know, because obviously there is a big enough video fan base out there of these guys who actually believe that, you know, um, all I have to do is make it and it'll sell. You got enough of those guys out there. Yeah. You got guys that just, you know, are trying to make a fast buck, and when the sales don't happen exactly how they think they should, you know, they get angry. I know absolutely next to nothing about the new AI program that YouTube is coming out, or what they're using. I don't know. But then again, you know, when he says that he's going to put it to the test, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that that he's going to test it and like, did he actually like try and sell it? Or did he just, you know, use his own opinion, be like, nah, this isn't gonna sell. Who would pay that much money for this? You know, I mean, there's all kinds of different scenarios. Yeah, exactly, my heart. Like around here, you can't sell cutting boards for probably over 100, 150 because there's so many people making them. Now, I will say that the shit that I do, nobody's doing that, so that's why I do it. I'm not reading that much. I'm not going to read that much. And I'm just like, you know what? It's just YouTube, guys. It's like not that. It's not life ending, you know. That's right. I have a whole nother fuck piece over here. But evidently, it's just a fuck piece. Evidently, I just fucking shit up. That's okay. That's okay. Because what I'm going to do is put a piece over that anyway. You can. What's up, Bill? So if you give away free plans, and you can challenge that people to like change your designs. Maybe I just read differently into that. Does he love me? I want to know. How can I tell that he loves me so? Go just a little under that. If people want to come at me and say that, you know, my designs are shit, go right ahead. I don't care. I know they are. Bill. Oh, we had Trevor in here. Trevor. I got issues. nails. Okay, and then we have this cute little geometric wall planter shelf. Yeah, so you could like put some plantings in there, or you know, knickknacks or whatever. All right, you guys good if I run up, go to the bathroom, and go have a quick puffs on my cancer stick? Give me a few minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Just stare at my bench full of shit. Alright, I'm back. Just enough to keep me sane. Now, I had a bottle of Mountain Dew. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Alright. Now around here, everybody is pretty much making the same kind of planter. That's your basic square planter is what people around here are doing. Nobody is doing the kind of stuff that I am. And so that's why I don't know if any of you guys heard me say this like a few days ago, is that I reached out to a couple of the local florist shops here, and they liked what I did, so they said that they would love to carry some of my planters in their shops. So I'm going to start batching those out here soon. All right. Hey there, Heather P. had to pee, I had to pee. Oh, excuse me. And then I just kind of scour around and look for anything that gives me some inspiration. Oh, I just did something similar to that. I just did all that. Oh, inspiration, looking for inspiration. But I do have, now, yeah, I could do a toy chest. I've never done one before. I guess that's, you know, just your basic, your basic box. All I got are cedar fence pickets. I guess I could clear space on the old table. Funny because I built a bench like that upstairs. Kinda, I just didn't have a seat in it. Or what I could, oh, that fucking fly! Where the hell do you go? I am going to find you and I'm going to murder you. I built a little bench for my daughter to sit on and whatnot, but evidently I didn't build it with enough support that my, you know, son can stand on it and not split it apart, which he did. Now my issue is with like joining the pieces together, because all I have are fence pickets, and so I use my table saw like a as a joiner, but as you know, that doesn't always work the best. So okay, so what are we thinking? So generally, like, so I kind of like plan my builds around going as little of height as possible, so that way I can avoid joining together. I have thought about it. I don't have one. So let me think about this for a minute. Let me move all my scrap to my scrap pile. There. My scrap pile is just a big old fucking box. Get out of here, you god. That is it. I am done with you. I am not put. Got him. I win. I cannot be the only one that does that. Okay, so... Ah, mother God! Ugh. Well, so what are we thinking? Maybe maybe 3 feet 3 feet long? Is that what we're thinking? Or would we go 2 feet long? What are we thinking? 3? No, I can do 3 because I got these 8-inch wide cedar pickets. I did finish that one. Finished that one a few nights ago. I can't really say which night since I go live so often, you know? Okay. 3 feet long. Yeah. Oh. Well, you think. If I do, well, if I go with, okay. So 3 feet long. Well, what are we thinking? I'm thinking maybe 3 feet long, 14 inches wide. So I could go 7 on both of these. So 3 feet wide, 7 inches deep, or 14 inches deep. See you, Trevor. Thanks for stopping by. Well, in order to mitigate the amount of scrap I have left over, it's just going to be a little under 3 feet. Just because of the dog ear. On this. So it's just gonna be a little under 3 feet, which is okay. Hey, good job, Heather. That's awesome. It just might be because that's what the price that she can get for where she's at. Well, yeah, it definitely takes time to build that customer base up. I mean, it just doesn't happen overnight. I mean, it is possible to happen overnight, but it's rare. Now around here, I can, it depends on what part of the metro area that I'm selling in. I can, like if I was to um, sell over in West Des Moines and the Grimes area, or not Grimes, but West Des Moines and Waukee, I can get probably 1.5 times what I would get if I'm over selling in like the south side of Des Moines, just because of the difference in demographics. Oh, I need something heavy to sit on these boards. Where's my X when I need them? But it also depends on what I'm selling in each different part of the metro here. Your rustic will sell more in the south side of Des Moines, but if you go very modern rustic farmhouse, that you're going to sell more of that over in West Des Moines. It's really weird. Yeah, I did something like that. Heather, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where's my stuff? Ow! Son of a bitch, where did I put it? God damn it. Not in there. Where the shit did I put it? Heather, were you in here when I finished this shelf or this planter? I don't know if you were. I got that cute little planter shelf thing. I don't know what the hell I did with it. Actually, I think I do. Here it is. Come with me, guys. Follow me, follow me. Da, da, da. Hi. So I did this. Instead of a bench, I did like a little, like kind of a swimming pool thing, I guess. So I got the middle part there, and then the decking, and then a planter on both sides. And the cool thing is like, so you can plant there, you can plant there, you can put decorative rocks or whatever in the middle. But also, come Christmas time, you could put like pine cones in there. You could put trees on either side. You could decorate it up with some ribbon and bows or whatever. Yeah, so I did that. And I actually started to clean up this area over here. So, yay! Yay me. Don't mind the blinking light. So, that's going to take some time for that glue to dry. So, that's the bad part about Marketplace is that the oh, those fucking glasses is that the people that shop on Marketplace are just they're not really the kind of the kind of yeah, shoppers that are really looking for the looking to spend a whole lot of money. Hey, Billy. I mean, like, I'm willing to haggle with people, I am, but, I mean, if you're going to, like, say, like some of the really big planters that I built that are, like, clearly worth 100, 150, and if you come at me saying, I'll give you $50, I'm going to be like, no, absolutely not. Now, if someone wants to come at me and be like, I can really do 125 right now, sold. I'm not gonna haggle over 25, or I'm not gonna worry about $25. But if you're going to like take like 75% off the price just because you think that's what you should pay, hell no. Like I said, I'll haggle to a point. Shit. But that's the downside, is that so many people just do not see the value in having handcrafted stuff. Now the people that do see the value are the ones that now okay, when it comes to laser engravers, I have haggled over it and not just because you got so many people out there that are doing laser engravings, and it's just I like for those trends just to kind of fall away before I start investing in it, just because you got so many people that jump on that bandwagon, and then the stuff that they do put out is just garbage. It's just like quickly it just looks like shit. And I guess the reason why I have really gotten into lately and doing the the woodworking and everything is I like those. I like looking at stuff and being able to generally see how it is not exactly the same. You know, it does not. I mean, it obviously, you know, when you batch stuff out, everything's gonna look, you know, the same. But every piece of wood has its own little personality. Every little, you know, like this board here has a whole lot more color variation than this board here, even though they came out of the same bundle. This one was on top of this one, so it's not the same board. And it's going to have its own personality, its own little variations, and that's what I like about it. It's what I keep calling those. I really have got to put myself on the damn screen when I'm talking to you guys. What's up, peeps? You know, it's those what I like to call the perfect imperfections. Which just to me shows that this was handcrafted, this was handmade. Thought went into this. And that's another reason why I don't use anybody else's plans when I build this kind of stuff. Because I want it to be like I want it to be, you know, from my head and from my hands and from what I thought. You know, and I've noticed that Daniel does the same thing when it comes to like his boxes and everything. He doesn't really, you know, he doesn't go by the golden ratio, or he doesn't go, or anything like that. And Jesus Christ, do I look fucking fat on that screen? Anyway, ooh, excuse me. Now I do have a Cricut. I do have a Cricut for making stencils and that kind of stuff. And I have to have stencils. My handwriting is atrocious, and I cannot draw worse shit. I am no artist by any stretch of the imagination. So I have to have stencils or something, otherwise it's going to look like even fucking Picasso would be like, what the hell is this? So I don't need that in my life. But yeah, so where I was going is I like those God damn it, John, you look like fucking hell. Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. Jesus. Put yourself together, man. I just like the way it looks, and you can tell that it's, you know, not perfect. I mean, it looks terrific, and it looks wonderful, and everything looks amazing, but you can tell that it's just not perfect. And that's what I love about it. That's what well, I know, but you know, you can't help but, you know, when you see that you're all fucking disheveled up there on the screen, that you're like, oh my God. So yeah, so I get very passionate about this, and you know, it's the same way I come at cooking. As much as I as much as I love the really gourmet food, and then I call it the, you know, the Chef Ramsay stuff, you know, the stuff that, you know, looks like a piece of art on a plate. And as much as I love that, to me, that's just too. It's just too. It's just too much, you know. It's just way too much, and like, we don't eat because we want something pretty to look at. We eat because we need to survive. So yeah, so like I make my food look good, but not every single plate that I push out of my kitchen, it all looks the same, but it all also looks different in its own little way. You know, not every piece of not every freaking chicken is the same size. So you're gonna get little variations here and there, and that's just, I mean, it's nature is what it is, and what we are doing here is we are making something out of nature that's going to last. So why would you want to take the nature out of nature? Does that make sense to anybody? Or is that just me, like, just, rambling on? Ramble on. And that's the way I come up my builds. I'll stand here and I'll just like, I'll look at the screen for inspiration, then I'll look at the board and I'm just gonna be like, and then all of a sudden it comes to me like halfway through what I'm building, and then like something else will happen and I'll just take it in a completely other direction, and then I just make it work, and everything is its own little personality, its own little thing. And I don't know. I just don't like the thought of, like, I've gone to some people's booths at the craft shows or whatever, and like all their stuff is just like everything is exactly the same. They're even their cutting boards, and it's all the same exact style, and they all sell, cutting boards, coasters. What else are they selling up here? Cutting boards, coasters, but like nothing different, nothing like, yeah, it's just all the same. But they do. I mean, especially, and, you got the people that, are taking the really expensive exotic woods. And don't get me wrong, they look great. I mean, they are fantastic works of art. They're gluing them up in such a way to get these nice, crazy ass patterns going, and we as woodworkers, we can appreciate that just because we know the amount of planning and the amount of work that goes into making something like that. But we also know that in order for that to be profitable, you either have to just make a plain ass cutting board, or you got to price it accordingly so that way your time is worth it. Because if it takes you, 5 or 6 days to make a cutting board, and then you end up only selling it for $100, how's that making you any money? I mean, if that's your goal, or is it just your goal just to break even because you just really love what you do? If that's the case, then go all day at it. But with me, I'm doing this because I'm loving it. So, I'm loving learning this new set of skills, and I'm loving finding something to be passionate about again. Not again, but another thing to get passionate about. But I also want to make some money off it. I don't want to just, make all this shit just to give it away as gifts, which I'm going to do with some of this stuff. But You know, I don't want to spend like a buttload of money because this shit is not cheap. No, but like when I was just like, you know what, I'll just start doing some woodworking. I wish that there would have been like some kind of like sign from heaven that came down and be like, you're thinking about this and this shit is crazy expensive. But that didn't happen. Now, I'm not saying that I regret it because I don't, not one bit. You know, if I hadn't, you know, gone off on this woodworking journey, you know, kind of going off on the rails on this rambling, incoherent, you know, set of synaptic whatever's going on up there, I would not have met you fine people. You know, and like honestly, like you guys have just been like so welcoming and everything, and you guys have really brought like made me realize that just because I'm new doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'll sit here and I'll joke all the time about, you know, I fuck everything up, which I don't. I don't fuck everything up. Just most of the things. But anyway, I do ramble. I know I do. I start getting off on a little tangent, and I end up like just going in a completely different direction than what I should have been. But any hoozlebees, it's just really disheartening when you make some of this stuff and then you put it out there for people to buy or whatever, and you know that your time is worth, you know, let's say that you know that your time is worth making 25 to 30 bucks for an hour. So you got 40 bucks of cost into one item. Oh no, not 40. 40 is a lot. Let's say that you got, I don't know, 5 bucks into one item. And don't make me do math. I hate doing math. And it took you, someone do the math for me. So, Heather, so add in 5 bucks, or take five bucks for material, and then do your little mathema-witchery, and tell me what you would sell that for at $5 in material. I can tell that like I'm like going on a little bit of sleep because I'm getting goofy. I don't recall how Heather said that. I know that it's like a certain amount that she does, but whatever that is. Damn. So whatever that price comes out to, and let's say it took you an hour and a half to make it, and you want to pay yourself 30 bucks. Well, that's 45 bucks right off the top there. You add that to however much, I'm going to guess probably around all right, so I did an hour and a half, but so 30, you know, but you know, whatever it is, and then let's say that you know your final sale price is, okay, let's go with her example at 30 bucks, and all that, and then so, but you know that your break even point on that, is like 25. So you're not going to take anything less than 45. Well, you know, someone comes along and, you know, like something like this, you know, if I get this all, you know, put the finish on it and everything, you know, make it all look pretty, and let's say I just wood burn a simple little phrase or whatever in the front here, okay, and I want to sell this for 30 bucks. which I don't think is too bad of a price. So, and someone comes along and says, like, oh man, you know, I really love that. I'll give you $15 for that. Now, I understand that when you go to craft shows, flea markets, you get a certain clientele, so to speak. But at the same time, since I come from the food industry, I would be like, you're not going to walk into a restaurant and be like, well, I don't like your prices. I'm only going to give you $10 instead of 50. You know, I mean, you wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, you would lower it some, but let's say that one person came up and wanted to buy all 5 of them from me. So 5 at $30 would be 150. Now, I'm not going to sell that to them at $15 a pop. You know, I'm not going to be like, okay, it's supposed to be 150, I'll take 45. No, I'm not going to do that. Or 15 times 5, whatever that equals out to be. 75. I'm not going to sell all 5 of them at 75. You know, that's just fucking stupid. But if that's the way you want to run your business, then go right ahead. You know, make the stupid choices. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, you would go to the places around you that you know are not selling that stuff that you're selling, because I mean that'd just be stupid. But yeah, so you know, I'm not going to give up what I believe is a fairly good profit just because somebody doesn't see the value of what I did. I mean, let's all be honest here for a minute. You know, was there a terrible amount of skill that went into making one of these? Was there a terrible amount of skill? No. Could any beginner who's been you know using a saw for a few months, could he make one of these? Absolutely. You know, this is by no means an intricate design. It didn't involve, you know, making. There's not any complex joinery or anything like that. But I still took my time. I took time because it's my side hustle. It's my little extra bit of money that I spent my free time on, time away from my kids, to make something for them. So, and you're right, Heather. You know, like the people who are going to come up and buy that, they're obviously going to buy it because they're not wanting to take the time to make that. Or they may not have the tools to make that, and they don't want to spend their money on buying the tools to make it. You know? Like my mom, she absolutely loves those planters. I showed it to her. Loves them. Can she do it? Absolutely. But is she going to? No. No way in hell. She doesn't have the tools. That's a good idea, Ken. I can try that, you know. Um, so that way I don't have to make a crazy amount of inventory, you know. Um, but I think that, so many of us who are like getting into woodworking and whatnot, um, there is a just a you got so many people out there that are making these videos about how to, because when I started the whole thing I did the same thing, like is starting a woodworking business for profit worth it, and you got all of these people that they're just they're not peddling lies, so to speak, but what they're doing is they're really telling you what you want to hear, exactly what you want to hear. Oh yeah, well if you do this and then you take this into account and you could potentially make this much money. I mean, they're hitting all the talking points, and they're doing all the things that they say or everything that they believe that they need to say. Um, they're not saying the whole truth. They're saying half truths, which is still true, but they're not exactly, telling the people that, it's still a grind. You still have to get out there. It's just not going to come easily for you. And honestly, if I would have known that when I started this whole journey, still would have done it. Because it's not about the hard work that I'm putting into it. It's not about the learning curve that comes with this. It's not about I really wanted this to be something easy. This like obviously I'm wanting to make a go of this, but really it's about doing it for myself. Proving to myself that even in my mid 40s, I can still learn something new and find something new to be passionate about. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love, I finally posted like one of my planters for the first time on Facebook, on my personal page, because my family has only really known like one or two sides of me and what I do. That I didn't want them to really come across and be like, oh, why are you doing this? I didn't need that kind of non-support, I guess. So, but anyway, I posted it for the first time, and then like I had a lot of people they liked it. They're like, oh, that's a really cool design, excellent job, and it made me like I wasn't doing it to seek validation, but it did give me a certain sense of pride that like, oh, they really liked it, What am I getting into? A tangent, Benner. Like, I am definitely getting into a tangent. I have, like, the last half hour, I have talked your guys' ears off, and I have gone from one subject to another, and, poor Heather and Ken, I mean, they've stuck in here, and Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Sorry, you hadn't spoken up in a while. I didn't know who was still here. Yeah. And Ken, I'm not really venting. I'm just like, this is who I am. I'm real. I just talk, and I like to keep everything real, and I like to just tell the truth. But yeah, definitely my family would be like, we have never known you to pick up a single screwdriver in your life. What the hell are you doing? That's what my family would think. And there's reasons behind that, and honestly, I'm going to get into that at some point, but not tonight. Uh, I know. Do I have a good voice to listen to? I mean, I try to make this channel as, as interesting as possible for whoever stops in. I know that, like, I don't get a whole lot of people at one time that are just, like popping in and saying hi or whatever, but I got my core people that like to hang around, you know? But yeah, so, yeah, my family would definitely be like, yeah, I'm not, like, I would give my family gifts for free of what I'm making, but, yeah, definitely can. I don't want my friends and my family to be my customer base. I am more than willing to make gifts for them if it's coming from me. But if they come at me and be like, hey, can you make me this? I'm going to be like, sure, it's going to be this much. Because, I'm going to give you a good deal, but also, like, it's not really a gift if you're asking me to make it at that point. It's... it's like, and I know that we as this community, that we gift each other things a lot. I just sent Daniel some wood today. I did the same thing for Ramon. I do little things here and there, but I would never ever go to them and be like, hey, since I bought you that wood, can you make me something and for free since I bought that for you? Hell no, I'm not gonna do that. One, that's greedy. Two, that's just fucking rude. And honestly, I really wanted that, Daniel to have that wood, because I looked at it and I saw that and I'm just like, that's awesome. I wonder what he could do with that. And really, I just want him to be able to put that up as a build and be able to have you guys look at it and be like, oh wow, that looks really awesome. I'm going to put in for the drawing for that. Heather, I would do the same thing. I am not above trading for stuff, but I would never ever just be like, I mean, it's like, so, Soldier made, when we were on that live together, he made this cool little acorn thing for my sister. And we settled on the price or whatever, and then he's just like, oh, and I'm throwing in something just for you. And I'm just like, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, I want to. So I'll gladly accept it, but I'm never ever going to ask for anything like that. What's up, Jen? Everybody say hi to the beautiful Jen. I love when Jen pops into my lives. She's just so awesome and nice, and yeah, she's just a cool person. Yeah, but when it comes to doing things for friends and family, like if it's my idea to do it, I'm definitely going to like gift it to them. If they were to come at me and be like, hey, I want you to make this for me, and I'm going to be like, okay, cool, awesome. It's going to be X amount of money. And they're going to be like, oh, well, I thought I was going to get it for free. Well, little Betty Sue, you thought wrong. Sorry. Like, my time is just as important as yours is. And besides, I only see you like once or twice a year. We're not that close. But anyway, that's my tangent for a little bit. Um, so I have been on live for 3 hours. Feel like I haven't gotten anything done. I just do not feel like this glue is quite set yet. So I'm probably going to hop off of here for a little while. I don't have to wake up early in the morning, so I'm probably going to come back on during the middle of the night. My kids don't wake up. I don't know how they do it, but they manage to always sleep through my sawing and everything. So, right, if they're going to stay asleep, I'll saw and create as long as I can, you know? Let me see what it can say exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, so with me being a chef and everything, I know I'm going off on another tangent, so don't leave yet, you guys. With me being a chef, like they're always expecting me to bring things. Am I gonna get it done tonight, Heather? I'm tired. I've been up since 5:30. Anyway, they're always expecting me to bring like things for like potluck or whatever. Or I had one of my cousins. He was actually just like, "Hey, would you mind cooking for my wedding reception?" I'm just like, "Oh, sure," you know. Yeah, I'll do it. And then I started talking just like, well, it's going to be this much. He's like, oh, I didn't know I was going to have to, I didn't know I was going to have to pay you. Yeah, like I'm not doing this, just because, like, you're my cousin and I love you, but like, yeah. Yeah, like, like I get it. I mean, it's just a small little wedding reception, but you still got to shell out the money. Like I'm giving you a hefty deal because I get paid a lot of money for what I do. I don't just make like 15-20 bucks an hour. Like I get paid a lot more for that. But I'm giving you a hell of a break because you are my cousin. But you expect me to do it for free? Ain't gonna happen now. So that's where that is. But yeah. So but for now, I probably will get on here maybe in a couple of hours if I feel up to it. Make our third lunch for weddings. So probably before each. Never coming back. Yep. Yeah. And I don't know how close that friend was to you, but even if she would come back and be like, oh, can I do 20 bucks instead? I mean, if they were like a really good friend, I'd be like, yeah, I can do that, just for, wedding, helping them out, but whatnot. But I expect you to do it for free, making 40 lanterns or 30 lanterns that I'm sure that she looked off of Pinterest and, I'm fairly certain that she was a Pinterest bride because, trust me, I have spent the majority of my career in catering and I know what these brides are like. So I'm sure that she found some really cool lantern that she saw on Pinterest and wanted it done that way. But yeah, but for now, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. If you guys are awake later on, feel free to stop back in, check me out. There's no safe place to rest your eyes here, but you guys can definitely come along for the ride. You're welcome, Benner. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. You guys are awesome. Ken, Benner, Heather P, Cheryl, everybody else who popped in and gave me a like and whatever. Y'all are awesome, amazing. Hey Steve, Steve, you're coming on right when I was about ready to hop off of here. But Steve, you're my friend too. You know, haven't really met you that much. I don't really know that much about you. I haven't really talked to you, but I consider you a friend anyway. You guys have a great night, but for now, the Sawdust Kitchen is closed. Y'all have a good one. Peace, love, and green bananas. You guys all take care.